Wow, had a long day, and now I think it's time for everybody to relax, have a good time. We have some entertainment for everyone. We have a little play that's been put together, a little skit on e-tailing. We have a small award ceremony, and before we get there, we have a pioneer from our industry giving us a little bit of his mind as to where the industry stands today. Um, I think he needs no introduction. Mr. Nagesh, can I please have you on stage? And can we get a little clap for Mr. Nagesh, please? You know,
For a lapel mic for myself because there's too many wires here and I don't want to get a shock before I start uh, talking to each one of you. Uh, and very good evening. I'm sure when you expect the customer to go onto your site and switch it on, at least if nothing the system or the computer or the screen has to blink. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, that's a little better. But can I have a still bigger good evening? That's wonderful. That's wonderful. My big question to you is, when we, I'm from the brick and mortar part of retailing. All of us hate you all. So, if that's the case, I was wondering that when we teach our people saying, how do you say good morning, good afternoon, good evening when they come to a store, how do you teach the computer to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening? What is the training program that you organize for your systems to acknowledge the fact that the customer has come in? Silence. Anyhow, I wish the system also reacts to me and says good morning, good afternoon, good evening. The reason I'm raising this is that I still believe, and I may have a slightly different opinion, the whole business of e-commerce is still connected with people. Especially in India, this is going to be a huge, huge opportunity for us to use the platform of e-tailing, e-commerce, mobile commerce, whatever you call, but with the use or with the connectivity of the people that we have in this country. And therefore, I want to address this whole platform of the opportunity that you have by looking at the opportunities with the consumers, a billion plus population, and the opportunity with the retailers, currently 12 million retailers, and 33, 34 million people who work in retail in this country. Because to me, these are very, very large opportunity. Let me start with the Indian consumer. The consumers that we deal with in the brick and mortar retail, we are talking of close to about 1.2 billion, but mostly we talk about 300 million. In reality, there are about 30 to 40 million households who really shop. There are lots of consumers who are coming into the platforms, whether it's the platforms that you create or the new brick and mortar stores that we open. The big question and the reality is the spend per consumer is not going up substantially the way it should go up in an emerging market. And this is an important lesson that most of us have learned, and it is important for us to really keep this in mind, because this is a big opportunity for us, but it's also the big problem for us. And the reason I'm saying is, when we looked at 1998, 99, 2000, and we said, if you look at a man or look at a woman's wardrobe, what is the average spend that a lady or a man has about in a year's time? And it was between 7,800 to 8,000 rupees per year. That's about, at 40 rupees, it was $150 or $200 per person per year. I was privy to some research that we saw yesterday morning, and there it is at about 10,200 rupees. Now I'm saying 1998 to 2012, it's about 10,200. In US dollars at 55 rupees, it's actually $180, not even $200. Why am I raising the question? Does it mean that India doesn't have opportunity? It has. It has a huge opportunity. But the opportunity is coming by adding more and more customers into our shopping basket, or more and more customers coming into the buying basket that we have. So you see a lot of footfalls. You see a lot of eyeballs and whatever you call. So we are getting into incremental business because of incremental customers who are coming into the buying basket, because of the number of youths who are coming, the number of youngsters who are coming, the number of earning populations who are coming. Is this very important? How does it make a difference? As long as we have more customers and we are doing great business. It makes a difference because after you have started the business, after 1 year and 2 years and 3 years, the same customer spend is not going at the rate that your costs are going up. And this is a very typical issue that most of us in brick and mortar face, and I believe that most of us in the e-commerce business are also going to face. The revenues in India are still at Indian rupees. Most of the costs in the Indian market, including brick and mortar, have become European costs, dollar costs. And that is the reason why even retailers who've been in the business for 20 years, 19 years, 20 years, are still struggling to see like-to-like growth of 20%, 25%. Last week, the 5 weeks to Christmas, UK said they have seen a growth of 2.6 to 5%. Fantastic growth. You'll actually see that many retailers in this country declared a like-to-like of between 3 to 5% in the second quarter, not the third quarter. Third quarter results to be declared yet, second quarter. So why is it that a country which is growing at 5.5% GDP growth is talking of a like-to-like growth of 5% or 3%, and a country which is growing at a GDP of 1% or 1.2 is showing a growth of 5% or 6%? Because the depth of consumption is not increasing, the width of consumption is increasing, and that's where all of you are seeing an opportunity. You're really enjoying this opportunity because you say, hey, I went in and I got $10 million of sales, because you're able to attract a lot of new customers into the business. If any one of you is willing to share, probably I have a question. If anybody can tell me what is the same customer sales, like to like, year on year for the last 3 years in terms of growth? Nagesh came into a Flipkart or Jabang or Myntra or whatever, Yebi, last year and shopped 10,000. What is Nagesh's spend this year? Is he doing 15,000 sale? Is he doing 20,000 sale? Or buy, or is he doing 30,000? Or is it that you have found a Nagesh 1, Nagesh 2, Nagesh 3, Nagesh 4, each one is coming and spending 5,000, you're very happy. But don't forget, to get another 10,000 from Nagesh 1 is so easy, so cheap. But getting additional 10,000 from Nagesh 2 is very, very expensive. So I just want to leave these thoughts. I'm not at all questioning or making a remark on the demographics of this country, because I'm a very strong believer of the large opportunity which is coming in, the large spend thrust that you will get from 2015 to 2020, because there are some socioeconomic sectors which are coming into the play, and they are very big ones, and I'll talk about them. But it's important for each one of you who are developing business model to look at models which says how can we extract more from the same customer rather than trying to get new customers. Especially in your business, the reverse logistics is also customer-based. So every new customer you get, the chance of having to go through the reverse logistics and spend money is going to be as much more. However, the real opportunity is that large number of customers are coming in, the spend pattern is changing, there's a social change which will bring in a lot of money into the kitty. Whether it's going to be taken by the brick and mortar retailers or all of you, I don't know. We believe that in 2015-20, there's a large
we'll end our ceremony in terms of recognizing people who've contributed in Indian e-commerce.
अब बताइए, क्या अभी भी आपको लगता है कि इस फील्ड में जाके मैं कुछ गलत कर रहा हूँ?
हाँ, तुम कुछ कह रहे थे बेटा।
दादाजी, दादाजी क्या है?
अरे भाई, तुमने इतना सब बताया, तो मैं भी इंटरनेट पे चला गया, सोचा देख लूं भाई क्या तमाशा है। तो अब उस पर ये सब मिल रहा था कम दाम में, सोचा ले लूं।
दादी, तो मतलब आपने अपने और दादी के लिए ये सब कुछ आज ही ले लिया?
आज ही ले लिया, पसंद आ गया तो ले लिया। सब आधे दाम में मिल रहा था। लगे हाँ, तो तेरी दादी और मेरे लिए वो मसाज पार्लर के, अरे हाँ, मसाज पार्लर का जो कूपन है वो ले लिया, और वो 5 स्टार में डिनर डिस्काउंट, क्या कूपन वाउचर।
लेकिन मसाज,
हाँ, जरूरत है भाई। नहीं, मैं समझाता हूँ क्या हुआ कि कहीं कहीं जगह पर तो 40% तक का डिस्काउंट मिल रहा था। तो मैंने उसको दूसरे जगहों से कंपेयर किया, तो जो बेस्ट ऑफर लगा उठा लिया।
वाह दादाजी, आप फट से सीख गए। दादाजी, आईपैड? आपने आईपैड भी ले लिया?
हाँ, ले लिया।
आपको पता है ना, ये एक उंगली के इशारे से चलता है।
तभी तो लिया है भाई। क्या है ना, ये कमबख्त मुझे अपनी याद दिलाता है। हम भी तो अपने मिसेस के एक उंगली के इशारे पर नाचते हैं।
How cute.
I know.
हमें जिसने इतनी सारी खुशियाँ दी है हमें भी तो उन्हें खुशियाँ देनी चाहिए कि नहीं
बिल्कुल
पुत्र?
बिल्कुल सही बात
रफीक पुत्र आजा
समर जी
समर जी का नाम तो सही बोला करो।
आप भाई आ जाओ आ जाओ
बड़ा अच्छा लगता है।
I think I'm very sure I'm not going to get any award after what they've done to me. I think moving to the next phase, I think this was the phase where these guys talked about where a lot of deals website came into the business and they contributed and further strengthened this phase of Indian e-commerce. I would like to invite Abhay Deshpande from Marjack to come down on the stage and do the next two honors. Unfortunately, both Snapdeal and JB not with us, but I would like Amit Jalani to come down and collect the award on their behalf and send it across to them. Snapdeal is India's first and most popular deals website, successfully migrated from coupons and deals to include products. JB is India's first shoe-only website. Zappos started as Big Shoe Bazaar and introduced see before you buy concept in India.
Make a change somehow, some way. As my man Visual would say. Oh yeah, you know that God made me funky, and I'm glad He blessed me that way.
The next award goes to Jabong, and I'm very happy that Manu is with us. I would like to invite Mr. Kaushal Mehta from Motive to come down on the stage and give this award to Manu. Manu, please walk on the stage, please. Jabong scaled its online inventory and consumer base in record time. This website just started in 2012, and it's set new benchmarks in consumer targeting, setting new benchmarks for Jabong's aggressive marketing.
God made me funky, and I'm glad He made me that way.
This is the last award in terms of recognition from the industry, and I would like to involve John Beras from Mixler to come down on stage and do the honors for this award. And this goes to eDabba. This is a website which introduced trust points as a concept to remove online trust challenge from tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and got tier 2 and 3 cities got involved into Indian e-commerce. I'll require Manoj to come down and receive this award. I'll hand it over to Hidayat to conclude this ceremony and his stage people. A big applause for the whole theater team, please.
भाई तुझे माफ कर दिया, जा कर ले अपना ई-टेलिंग वीटेलिंग बिजनेस, ये ट्रांसपोर्ट बिजनेस मत कर, वो कर ले ई-टेलिंग। अच्छा है,
बहुत बड़ा मार्केट है दादाजी
बहुत बड़ा मार्केट।
जी और आने वाले टाइम में ये और भी बड़ा होने वाला है
हाँ
पता है एक टाइम ऐसा आएगा जब कुत्ते और बिल्लियों को छोड़ के बाकी सब इंटरनेट पे शॉपिंग कर रहे होंगे
अरे भाई वो भी दिन दूर नहीं। ये आज मैं देख रहा था, वो शॉपिंग कर ली वेबसाइट पे, उसके बाद मैंने यूट्यूब खोला। नहीं यूट्यूब पे मैंने देखा जी, सुन रही हो?
हाँ।
वो बिल्ली पियानो बजा रही थी।
बस सारा दिन यही देखते रहते हैं,
अरे नहीं,
बिल्लियों कुत्तों को देखते रहो तुम सारा दिन।
एक और चीज देखी मैंने, ये एक लड़का है और वो चश्मा पहनकर ऐसे 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 नाचता है।
नहीं भंगड़ा करता है।
ना बांग्ला जी आई होता।
नहीं ये नए स्टाइल का भंगड़ा करता है।
घोड़े की तरह
हाँ
चश्मा है ना, चश्मा इंटरनेट से खरीदा है
Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자, 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자, 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자, 그런 반전 있는 여자. 너는 선호해, 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호.
Thank you for your patience. Hidayat, I'd like your entire team to be on the stage in front of everybody. I think it was a great effort from your side, put it together so fast. Please come on the stage, please. A big round of applause for these guys. like to invite Hidayat, who's directed this play and made this happen. Please. He's up there.
Felt everything around me move. Got nervous when you looked my way, but you knew all the words to say. Then you laughed, slowly moved right in. All this time, oh my love, where you been?
One mistake which we'd like to correct. I think from Yebi, Darshan is available, and I'd like to invite Simrit Sani on the stage, and we want to give the award to Yebi again, please. Simrit, please, can you come on the stage, please? Simrit Sani from Facebook. This is Darshan from Yebi. Guys, thank you for the patience, and I hope you enjoyed the evening. The bar is anyway open. We've opened the house for dinner. There'll be a small group of guys who are playing some music. Our intent is that anybody in the community who knows to sing, to dance, or to play can come on the stage and play with them. We'll start that show in the next 5 minutes. The dinner is open. Thank you.